Hello and welcome back to Kids at PAM. My name is Valentina and I am an educator here at the USC Pacific Asia Museum. Today we will be reading The Tiger and the Dried Persimmon, a Korean folktale retold and illustrated by Janie Jae-hyun Park. In this tale, a tiger mistakes a dried persimmon for something entirely different, when in fact it is a sweet orange fruit native to East Asia. And now, The Tiger and the Dried Persimmon. Once upon a time, a big tiger lived deep in the mountains. His roar was so frightful that any animal who heard it trembled with fear. The tiger believed he was the king of all that he could see. After all, the mountains themselves almost fell down at the sound of his voice. No one had ever dared to challenge him. But one day, the tiger made a ridiculous mistake. He woke up from a long nap. It was getting dark. He hadn't eaten and he was very hungry. "Oh, I'm starving," he said. "I need to find something to eat." He left his cave and began to prowl down the mountain in search of a meal. It was quite dark when he reached a small village. After roving around for a while, he arrived at a farmhouse. The house had a cowshed in a corner of the garden. When the tiger sneaked into the garden, he found an ox sleeping in the shed. The ox was as big as a huge rock. "This will make a great meal. I'm going to eat it for dinner tonight," he said to himself. Just as he was about to pounce on the ox, he heard a mysterious growling coming from the house. He had never heard such a sound. The tiger went closer to the window to listen. He saw a farmer's wife tending to a baby. The growling was coming from its mouth. The woman did not look up. "Shh," she said. "Be quiet, my baby, or we might wake up the fierce wolf. Shh, he's almost here." The baby looked out the window for a moment, but went right on crying. The tiger thought, "Well, that baby is not scared of the wolf, and neither am I." Then the mother said, "Shh, be quiet, my baby, or we might wake up the big black bear. Shh, he's almost here." The baby looked out the window again, but went right on crying. The tiger thought, "Well, the baby is not scared of the black bear, and neither am I." Then the mother said, "Shh, be quiet, my baby, or we might wake up the fearful tiger. Shh, he's almost here." The tiger was sure the baby would stop crying this time, but the baby cried even harder. "What a strange baby," the tiger thought. "This baby is not scared of me at all." He was very disappointed. Through the window, he saw the mother bringing something to her baby from another room. This time the mother said, "Shh, be quiet, my baby, and I will give you a piece of dried persimmon. Here it is." The baby suddenly stopped crying. "Oh," the tiger exclaimed, "this animal called dried persimmon must be the meanest animal in the world." The tiger was very frightened by the dried persimmon. He decided to get as far away as he could from this dangerous creature. But just as the tiger was slinking away, a cattle thief came sneaking up on the house. He wanted to steal the ox. He saw a great big shape looming by the window. "There's the ox," he said to himself. Then the thief jumped onto the tiger's back and wrapped his arms around his neck. "Oh," the tiger cried, "this animal on my back must be the horrifying dried persimmon. Now I am a dead tiger." He ran off as fast as he could in an effort to shake the dried persimmon off his back. "Amazing! I have never seen an ox run as fast as this," the thief said, holding on as tightly as he could. On ran the tiger with the thief on his back. He ran through fields and mountains for hour after hour until finally the sun came up. The thief looked down and realized that he was sitting on the back of a tiger, not an ox. "Oh my goodness, I'm on a tiger! I'm a dead man!" The thief was so afraid that he clasped the tiger's neck tighter and tighter. Feeling his neck being squeezed, the tiger became even more frightened. He ran faster and faster. After a few more hours had passed, the thief noticed a low branch hanging from a big tree. He reached up as high as he could and jumped off the tiger's back. He had narrowly escaped death, and he decided never again to steal oxen from honest people. The tiger, finally free from the terrible dried persimmon, kept running until he reached his own cave in the middle of the mountains. He was safe at last. He never again went down to the village where the horrifying dried persimmon lived, and to this day, no one has ever seen the tiger or the thief again. The end. Wasn't that a great story and a great lesson? I look forward to seeing you next time on Kids at Pam.